HG lifestyle. It's a mindset. Make sure you adopt it, baby. What's going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the HG Lifestyle Show. As always, it's your boy, your host, Johnny B. And guys, before I get started, man, I gotta say thank you. I'm gonna keep showing some love and appreciation to you guys because you guys are showing me some love, and I gotta say I'm extremely appreciative and super grateful for that. You know, we still got the trolls, the haters out there who like to talk shit, but you know what? Those guys make me want to go at it even harder, right? Because at the end of the day, they're just mad they can't do it as good as I can, baby, and I'm okay with that, you know. But guys, today I've had a few people ask me about the Hg5 and what it is, and we've talked about it in the past, but I figured I'd do another quick episode on it because I want to keep reminding you guys of what is the Hg5, what does HG Lifestyle represent, and why I'm so passionate about getting this message out. Because it's changed my life, right? As you guys know, addiction has played a big role in my life. Shitty relationships, broke as shit, lying to everybody around me. Like, that was all a part of the process for me. And it wasn't until I started applying the Hg5, the 5 fundamentals, that things really started changing for me. And what it is, guys, is these are the 5 main areas of life that you got to focus on improving. And whether you believe in them or not, I don't give a fuck who you are. I fucking guarantee, I'm talking about money back guarantee, like the guarantees of all guarantees. If you focus on winning in these 5 areas of life, I don't give a fuck who you are, your life is going to get better dramatically. No matter what you say, whether you believe in them or not, like it makes sense that it would, right? And I'm going to start off with the first one, and I'm going to go in order, and then I'll explain to you why they go in the order that we put them in. And number 1 is faith. Okay, now that doesn't necessarily mean God or a higher power. This isn't a religion play. It's nothing like that. Everybody has their own beliefs, and I respect them. But faith, it has multiple meanings. Number 1, you have to believe in a higher power, whether that be the universe, the secret, or your Lord and Savior. That's up to you. But it also represents faith in yourself, okay? And I think that's the most important one because, guys, I mean, let's be honest. If you don't believe that a life of freedom is possible, how the fuck do you expect to achieve it? Right? So you have to first believe it's possible, believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, if you do not have that belief in yourself, you can dream and wish about it all you want, but in the back of your mind, how can you accomplish it if you don't believe? Right? That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So you have to first have faith in the process, have faith in your skill sets, believe that it's possible, believe that success and freedom and all those wonderful things in life, a good quality of life, believe that it's meant for you. Okay? And that all comes down to your confidence. Right? Because it's hard to believe that you're capable of accomplishing these things if you don't believe in your skill sets or believe that you're good enough. Okay, now I'm not here to be the positive guy saying, you're perfect just the way you are, because you may not be, right? I'm not saying that to offend anybody, but maybe your skill sets just aren't fucking quite there yet. So guess what? You just got to hone in on them. No big deal, right? Nobody starts off a bad motherfucker, right? Not even Michael Jordan. One of the greatest of all fucking time. He wasn't always the baddest motherfucker out there, right? He worked on that shit, right? And then eventually got there. So no matter where you're starting from today, work on those skill sets, work on getting better, work on your commitment, work on staying consistent. Consistency is key, no matter what, right? If Jordan practiced for 2 years and then took some time off and then, was all over the fucking place, he wouldn't have been as bad as he is. Right? But he stayed consistent with it no matter what. So that's the number 1 thing, faith. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can have it, which means work on your confidence. How do you get confident? Right? Now, there's many ways you could do that. I'm not going to tell you that there's a secret or some sort of hack because I don't fucking believe in hacks. I believe there is shortcuts. Yeah, but dude, if somebody tells you they have the hack to a life of freedom in 24 hours, give them the middle finger and turn the other way because they're lying to you, man. It's not that simple. It's easy, but it takes work. It takes commitment. So start by being honest with yourself, right? Because the problem is if you consistently tell yourself that you're going to do something and then you don't do it, your subconscious mind starts looking at you as a fucking loser, as a person who doesn't keep promises to themselves, right? So start with something simple. It doesn't have to be over the top, something insane, something crazy, just something simple, right? I keep talking about fitness because you guys know I'm huge on that. So if that means that you give yourself the commitment that you're going to make it to the gym every day at 8 a.m., then do that. That's it. Do it over and over and over and over again. Or if you're going to read a book, every day, something educational. I'm not talking about romance novels and shit. I'm not talking about Harry Potter type shit. I'm talking about something that'll help you gain some skill sets. Commit to doing that every day for 10 fucking minutes. And then all of a sudden it becomes habit, right? And you're staying consistent with it. All of a sudden you believe in yourself. Do the things that other people won't. Do the hard things. That's number one, faith. And the second one, guys, is family. Okay, and why family is there is because I'm a huge, and that doesn't just mean your brother, your sister, your son, your wife. It means the closest people to you, right? The people that you view as family. How are your relationships with those individuals, right? And why that's important, guys, is because I know plenty of guys who are crushing it in business. I mean, you look at these guys and you think, man, why are you so fucking miserable, dog? You're killing it. And it's because when they get home, their wife won't sleep with them or their kids don't want to be around them and their relationships are shitty. And guys, that's a stress in itself that will trickle into your business, right? If you're fighting with your girl or if you're having these shitty conversations at home and everything's a fucking disaster, I don't care who you are. I know they say leave home at home when you step in the office, but dude, we're human beings. That's impossible to do. I don't care who the hell you are. That's impossible. If you just found out that your wife is having an affair, how do you forget about that the next day for 8 hours while you're at the office? You don't. It's impossible. So now all of a sudden you're not performing as good as you know you can, right? So it's important to keep those relationships intact, man. Make sure they're powerful. Work on them, right? And you're not going to be the perfect couple. You're not going to be the perfect husband, the perfect father. That shit's impossible. But work towards it, and it makes your relationships that much better. Go home and ask your wifey, how was the day, babe? What was the best part of your day? Whatever, man. I'm not some couple therapist here, so I can't tell you how to make your relationships better, but you know your significant other. In fact, if there's one thing that I can suggest, guys, I read a book that changed my life, and I've read many of those books, and one day I'll do an episode on all the books that had a huge impact on me, but the specific book I'm talking about is called The 5 Love Languages. Now, what this is, guys, is it's and it makes sense when you read it. Every person responds to a different type of love language, and that's how they feel your love. For example, some people are a physical touch person, right? They want you to cuddle with them. They want you to, show some sort of physical affection, right? And then other people, it's words of affirmation. They just want to hear how beautiful they are or what you admire of them. Read that book. And you'll be able to figure out, oh, shit, I know which one my wife is because when I do certain things, she reacts to them better, right? The point is figure out your relationships. Commit some time to them, right? Like, whatever it is, right? Like, even with my kids, sometimes I don't get to take them to the trampoline park every day because, number one, that shit gets boring after so many fucking times. But I take them with me wherever I do go. Like, hey, I got to run to the gas station. Come hop in the car with me. That 5-minute conversation there, I'm asking them what's up and, how you doing? Or if their birthday's around the corner, like, hey, what do you want to do for your birthday, dude? Right? Show them that you fucking care, right? That's all it is. Show them that you fucking care. Okay? That's number 2. So to recap, faith, family. Number 3 is fitness, health. Okay? Now, why we put that right there is because above everything else in the world, your health is critical. And that's why you guys hear me talk about it a lot. Okay? You can go build a badass business, make $100 million, fucking crush it. But if you die in 6 months to a year of a fucking heart attack, what the fuck? What good is that? Right? Or if you're lying in the hospital bed treating some sort of fucking disease that you could have prevented, right? What good is it for? So you got to focus on your health. And that doesn't mean you got to be some bodybuilding model, six-pack ab type of person, man. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody has their own, likes and dislikes. Me personally, I like looking good. There's nothing wrong with that. People hate on me because of it. They call me cocky, whatever they want to call me, but I don't give a fuck, because I know that if they could have my body, you tell me they wouldn't take it? Fuck yeah, they would, right? So it's all just hate. Right? But focus on your health. Focus on being there, right? Because guys, look, if you focus on your health, all of a sudden it helps you in all other areas of life, right? Because the reason why you don't go home and take your kids to the park is because your fat ass doesn't have the energy to do it. Straight up. The reason why you're not having amazing sex with your wife is because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps and you're done, right? So being physically active, being in shape, feeling good translates into everything. If your sex life isn't as good as it could be right now, could you imagine how much better it would be if you were in shape, if the wifey was in shape, if you walked around in your panties looking good? You think your man ain't gonna want to tap that ass? Absolutely. Right? But not just the physical aspects that come from it, guys. Feeling good. Just straight up feeling good. Waking up in the morning and fucking feeling amazing, being grateful for another chance and having the energy to go after it. That's a win in itself. But you can't do that if you wake up and your fat ass can't even tie your fucking shoes. Right? Or if you got to do certain things, or if there's only certain outfits you can wear because they're the only ones that kind of hide what you're ashamed of. If you're that fucking ashamed of it, do something about it. Plain and simple, right? But focus on your health, guys. It's important. I can't tell you how important it is, right? And for a very long time, I was focused in all the other areas of life, so I let a few things slack. That's normal. That happens, okay? And the number one thing that I want you guys to understand, and don't get discouraged when it happens, is, guys, you're never going to get all these perfect. Nobody is. But it's working towards them that makes you feel good, that all of a sudden makes your life have that much more quality in it, right? So remember, you're not going to get it perfect. You're never going to be in perfect shape. You're never going to be in perfect health. You're never going to have the perfect relationship. That's just not how it works. But working towards it will allow you to have a much better quality of relationship, much better quality of life health-wise, okay? And that's number 3, fitness, health. Number 4 is finances, baby. Winning in your finances, okay? Now, I don't give a fuck what you've heard said. Money doesn't buy happiness, money this, money that. Fuck off. Money is the most important asset, tool that you can have in this fucking life. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care what book you read or what person told you that money is the root of all evil. Fuck that person. They're giving you bad information. Having money, guys, is not just about flossing and buying the fancy shit in life, right? It's about being able to provide for those who you care about. That's what it's about. I can't tell you how many times a situation has come up where it required a significant amount of money up front. And had I not been in the position to cover those things, fuck, man, I don't even want to think about what could have happened. Okay, so it's not just about buying the fancy shit and walking around flossing what you have, guys. It's about taking care of those who you care about. It's about knowing that no matter what emergency comes up, you can take care of it. Right? And again, guys, listen, why it's so important and why they all kind of fit in together is because the reason why your relationships are shit is because you're stressed out all day about money. And the wifey can sense that. Right? Or if she's the one paying the bills, she sees the account go negative. And guys, we're all human beings, man. That shit stresses us out. right? And then to talk about it, it becomes a stress, and all of a sudden you're fighting with somebody about it, right? So think about the majority of the issues that you have in your relationship. You're either not having enough sex, not enough physical is involved, or the lack of money. You're fighting about money. But guys, I mean, it's not rocket science. These are the main reasons for a divorce, is money and sex. It's what it is, right? So the reason why your relationships are lacking is because your money's not there. So your money's not there, you're stressed as fuck. And so when you're stressed as fuck, the fights happen. So forget about all the bullshit you heard about money not being important, money not this. Guys, look, I promise you that if you go out into the world and you produce and you generate and you create, that shit alone gives you confidence. That shit alone will allow you to come home in a good mood and, honey, I'm home, big old kiss, maybe a slap in the ass, right? Because you feel bad. You feel great. You feel amazing because you're going out into the world and you're creating, right? You're a motherfucking earner at that point. It feels good. It feels great. Okay? So focus on your finances, man. But what does that mean really, right? Because they say you got to make more money, but we're thinking to ourselves, well, fuck, I don't see a future at my job. So those are the things, guys, that are going to be tough decisions to make, that you're going to have to make. Look at that situation you're in. How long have you been at your job? How often have you gotten a raise, right? How much more do you see you can grow in that place? And be honest about it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and I'm not saying that you should quit your job, because at the end of the day, if you have loved ones who need you, then you got to be there for them. Right? And so this is what I mean by it's never going to be perfect, because maybe you got to go out and create something new, which means you're not going to be able to be there for your family because you work all day and now at night you got to work on your business or your side hustle or whatever it is that's going to get you to the other side financially. Look, that's okay, because that's what it's going to have to be. So you got to look at your own life and look at where are you lacking today. And you need to focus on that one F for a period of time until you master it, and then move on to the next one. So understand, that's why I say you're not going to get all 5 perfect at first. So you got to look at the ones that you're lacking in, right? And like I said, they all fit together. They really do. Okay, so you may have to sacrifice some family time in the beginning to go put in that grind, to go put in that hustle, to go educate yourself, to get your skill sets on point. Because, guys, that's what makes money today, is skills. Get good at something and go do that shit over and over and over again. People will exchange you money for your service if you're good at it, no matter what the service is. Right? So go work on your skill sets. Get better. And in the world that we live in today, guys, there's courses, there's free education on everything. And if you don't believe me, test me on that. Go to fucking Google or YouTube right now and Google and YouTube how to do something. And I motherfucking guarantee you something will pop up. Anything. Think about it. No matter what you YouTube today, somebody already made a video about it. Right? So educate yourself. Put in the time. Right? Me, for example, guys, I get it. Sometimes time is just not something that we can just create more of, right? Time is an asset that once it goes, it goes. So you got to get creative with it. Like me, for example, a lot of people know I love music. Music is a huge passion of mine. But I had to sacrifice the music, because now whenever I'm in my car driving from home to the office or from home to the gym or wherever the fuck I'm driving to, my car is now a university on wheels. I'm learning something when I'm in that fucking car. I don't even know what new song has come out, right? Unless I see it on a video on TikTok or some shit like that. But I'm not actively looking for music no more. Right? Because that time, I mean, I may learn the lyric of a song, which, all songs pretty much say the same shit. right? But now I'm learning some new skill set, or I'm listening to some other bad motherfucker who's accomplished something big, and I'm getting inspired by that shit, right? When I'm at the gym, same shit. It's either a book or a podcast that I'm listening to. It's not even music anymore. And I've heard people say, well, man, how can you get pumped up at the gym listening to a podcast? That's boring. Man, I get pumped up because when I see somebody winning, it tells me I can win too. Right? It's like that 4-minute mile where nobody believed it was possible to do it until one person did it. All of a sudden, a bunch of people did it because it creates belief, right? To hear the story of some other person who was a drug addict, who was a loser, to hear that that person is winning today inspires me and makes me think, well, fuck, if that person did it, so can I. So that shit pumps me up at the gym. I don't know about you, man, but thinking about what I could do, how my life could change, that shit pumps me the fuck up. And if it doesn't get you excited and it doesn't pump you up, then that's a problem. Maybe you just don't believe in it enough, right? Because think about it right now. If you could truly, truly see yourself winning in the future, and if you just believed without a shadow of a doubt that it was going to happen for you, how the fuck would that not get you excited? That makes no sense. So if it doesn't get you excited to think about shit like that, it's because deep down you don't fucking believe you're going to have it anyway. So what does that mean? It means you got to go right back to the first F, baby. Faith. Figure out how the fuck to believe. Because when you believe that you can have it and that it is possible, guys, I swear to God, it is exciting. It's exciting to know when you're moving forward, when you're moving the needle forward just a little bit, knowing you're that much closer to it. Okay? So look at where you're lacking, focus on it, dominate that one F, and then move on to the next F. Okay? But it all starts with faith. Right? And guys, by winning in your faith, by winning in your family, right? By winning in these two areas of life, and then you're winning in your fitness, your health, now all of a sudden winning in your finances gets easier. That's the beauty of the Hg5. Is if you start winning in one, the next one becomes easier, and then the next one becomes even easier, right? Because now your relationships are dope. You have a great relationship with your kids. Your wife is attracted to you. You're having great conversations. That means you wake up the next day, you feel good because there's no home stress hanging you or holding you down. So that means you go to work and you perform better, right? You go to the gym and you're working on your health. Then you feel good, which means you perform better, which means you make more money. You make more money, your relationships are better. Right? But guys, you start winning in faith, family, fitness, finance. If you start winning in those four, it'll automatically lead to the fifth and most powerful one, which is freedom. And that's what the fifth F is, freedom. Now think about what that means for a second, freedom. Freedom has different meanings to different people. To me, freedom is simple. Is if I choose that I want to spend the next month with my family in some beach somewhere, I could do that. No questions asked. That's freedom, right? The freedom to do with my time what I choose to do, when the fuck I choose to do it. I don't got to answer to anybody. I don't have to wonder if I have enough money in the bank to cover it, right? That's true fucking freedom. When you're not consistently checking your bank account, that's fucking freedom. When you're not worried about, are you going to overdraft? Is this going to happen? How am I going to pay this next bill? That's freedom. And that's a beautiful feeling. I can't even tell you. Okay, and how much money do you need to accomplish that? That there's really no set number, guys. I know guys living a life of freedom making a couple $100,000 a year. Nothing big, nothing major. But they're okay with that. They're happy with that. Now, that doesn't mean give yourself the excuse, well, I'm happy with 30 grand. Bullshit. You're not happy with 30 grand. That's just the excuse you're giving yourself to justify why you're not working towards something bigger. Right? Guys, the Hg5, why it was created, and guys, we didn't invent this shit, right? But it is the way that I started changing my life little by little. And I promise you that it can work for you too. But you have to stay consistent with it. You have to really genuinely work on them. You have to really truly want to get better at them, not just say it. Because guys, it's real easy to say, I want more money. I want a better relationship. I want to be in good shape. I want to be healthy. All right. But how long have you been saying that shit? It's easy to say you want it. But to actually want it, when you actually truly passionately want something, you go after it. Plain and simple. So ask yourself, why haven't you? Something's missing there because you haven't started yet. Right? And if you figure out what it is, you start working one of these 5 F's, it'll help you overcome it. Right? Because, for example, if it's the fact that you just don't believe in it, you don't believe in yourself, well, start working on your faith, baby. How? How do you believe in yourself? And guys, it comes down to confidence. If you believe in yourself and you're confident, then there's no way to not have fucking faith. It's impossible. Right? So just look at your life, look at where you're at, look at where you're lacking, and start focusing on those things in life, right? So that's the Hg5, baby. It changed my life, and it could change yours too. Because nowadays, guys, look, stress is still there, right? Anxiety is still there. Fear is still there. It's going to always be there, right? But when I start to get stressed out, I start looking at the things around me in life that are working for me, and it helps me get over it just a little bit easier, right? Like, guys, when I get home and my kids are happy to see me, that's a great feeling. It just is, right? Or when a family member or a person in my circle is in a tight spot, when I can help them get out of it, that's an amazing feeling, right? Knowing that I got the people who I love, I got them, right? Knowing that my mom and my pops don't got to worry about shit no more. That's a great fucking feeling. Because my mom and dad did everything for us. Everything they did, every choice they made revolved around me and my brothers having a better quality of life. So today, to be able to pay that back 100 times, how the fuck do you not become confident like that? Right? How do you not have a better relationship? Right? So, guys, I promise you, man, it's all possible. It's all doable. You just got to figure it out on your own. Nobody's going to hold your hand and automatically make it simpler for you. You got to make it easy for yourself. So commit to the process. Figure out where you're lacking. Do a little bit of research, and I promise you'll figure out how to get through it. You really will. But again, it's about a commitment, right? Because if you just read a couple pages on it and then never do shit with it, yeah, how the fuck do you expect anything to change? So Hg5, baby, that's what it is. And in fact, I wanted to talk about something that we're working on, right? Because, you know, like I said earlier, I can't give you the secret, but what I can do is tell you how I did it. Now, the problem is that'll be hours and hours worth of content because I didn't just do one thing. I did multiple things. So we decided that we're going to put a little, the HG Academy course together just to kind of help you, right? So we'll have a section on faith. We'll have a section on family, fitness, finance, and freedom. We'll have a section on everything. It's basically, look, the things that I did to gain more confidence, the things that I did to create faith in myself, and the things that people around me have also done that has worked for them as well. So that's going to be exciting, guys, because at the end of the day, why we're doing this is to have impact on people, right? Because, guys, I wish that somebody would have told me back in the days what I'm telling you guys now, right? Because I probably could have been a lot further ahead. But there was a point in my life where I didn't believe in myself for shit, nothing. In fact, I believe that what was happening to me in that moment of life is because I deserved it. Right? I deserved to be a fucking piece of shit, loser, broke-ass drug addict whose relationships were garbage. I thought that's what I deserved. Nobody deserves that shit, right? But if you choose to accept it, then it is what it is. So Hg5, baby, that's what it is. I won't keep you guys much longer. As I mentioned to you guys, we're getting ready to move into a badass fucking studio. In fact, it's getting painted today. right? And that's going to be a badass spot because what we're doing, guys, is we're building the HG studios out of there. So if you have a message that you want to share, if you believe that you can make impact, you want to do your own podcast and you don't know how to get started, we got you, right? We'll help you do it all, from help you come up with topics to recording the episodes to editing the episodes to getting marketing clips for it, whatever you need, right? If you have a skill set, if you have some sort of knowledge that you want to let other people gain from because it's benefited you so much, come on over. We'll help you put a course together. Guys, today we live in a world where education is extremely valuable. People will pay good money for valuable information. They just will. So there's a lot of money to be made in the course creation world. There's a lot of money to be made by working on a personal brand. I'm a test to that. And if I could do it, guys, I know it's cheesy to say that because everybody says, oh, if I could do it, anybody can. But holy fuck, is it the truth? If I could do it, anybody can. And guys, you get better as you go. Matter of fact, do me a favor right now. I want you to listen to the first episode I ever did of the HG Lifestyle Show, back when it was called HG Living. I fucking sucked. I heard that episode and I was cringing. I was like, I should probably delete that. But I figured, no, I'm keeping it. So you guys could see, right? I sucked at first. I was talking all quiet like this. And, guys, I felt silly, man, because I was shy. I was embarrassed. But now when I do these episodes, I get passionate with it because I feel it now. And I'm more confident. And I don't give a fuck who doesn't like me, to be honest with you. Because the positive messages that I get, hey, John, I heard this episode. Holy shit, it changed my life. That's why I fucking do it. Not for you, oh, look at this guy. He thinks he's so buff. Why does he take his shirt off? Fuck you. This ain't for you. It's for the people that are benefiting from it. It's for that amazing lady that sent me a message who's dealing with addiction. When she told me that she heard my episode on addiction and how I overcame it, and today living a life that I didn't imagine possible, when she told me how that inspired her to go get clean, that's why I do it. Not for anybody else, okay? In fact, the gentleman sitting in front of me right now was because of an episode they heard where I said, if you're not happy where you're at, hit me up. Come work with me. And now we're partners in new business ventures. That's what it's about. That's why we do it. So HG Lifestyle is a mindset, baby. Make sure you adopt it. We out.